I'm taking care of the logistics on my end. You can do what you need to do on your end to get quiet and cozy and comfortable. I think we're good to go. So allow yourself this time to transition. Be seated or lying down. Most important is that you are truly comfortable. Quiet space, if at all possible. And simply allowing yourself to begin by being present. As usual, we'll start with breath work, and then we'll move into our Yoga Nidra practice. And just to give a little context for our practice this evening, I thought I'd share a little bit about what I've been reflecting on myself. Yoga Nidra is in many ways a practice of letting go. It's a practice of rest. I often refer to it as a practice of surrender. But you might notice that I never refer to it as a practice of giving up. And that's because there's a big difference, and it might be nuanced, between giving up and surrendering. So for tonight, I thought we would explore that a bit more. Oftentimes, we use the words giving up and surrendering interchangeably. But when we think about it, there's really a little more difference. It's a little something else to consider. So giving up often carries a sense of defeat. I failed, couldn't do it, I wasn't strong enough. Surrender can feel very different. I'm giving this, or I have given this, what I can. I'm willing to stop fighting what is. I'm ready to loosen my grip on how I thought this was going to unfold. We can also think of giving up or surrender as simply resting for a while, stepping away, taking a pause, and allowing ourselves to recover so that we might return to the path with renewed energy or greater clarity. Or perhaps during that pause, we realize that another path feels more aligned. So we might not give up, we might just pivot or consciously choose a different direction to take. Whatever might be the case, a pause or the pivot, even the surrender does not mean that the journey is over. There are times when we certainly need to rest, times when our work is to surrender, to release the struggle. And the wisdom might be learning to recognize the difference, giving up, surrender, pausing, resting, pivoting. None of this means to fail. And the deeper practice, which is the practice of Yoga Nidra, is learning to listen closely enough to know ourselves, to know what the particular moment is asking of us. And Yoga Nidra reminds us that the rest itself can be a part of moving forward. It allows us the resilience and the perseverance to continue. So, whatever you might be, if you are or have in the past been struggling with something in particular, feeling like giving up, or you have felt that you gave up, and just consider how this might actually be a little different for you when you consider that circumstance within the context of surrender, resting, letting go. Allow yourself a slow, deep belly breath. Breathe in through the nose. Feel for the exhale, feel for the letting go. And then another slow, deep belly breath. Breathing in with intention, clarity, focus. Exhaling, letting go. Releasing the tension, the holding patterns, the stories, and anything else that you would like to release, at least for now. And then one more, third and final. Slow, deep belly breath. In through the nose. Maybe take a moment to pause at the top of the breath. Exhale any way that feels good, mouth, nose, or lips. Ha. And then let natural breath return. And in the next 40, 45 minutes, simply allow yourself to rest, to breathe, to observe, to be present, and to listen. Feeling for the breath, natural, restful breath. Notice where within the body you most feel breath. Perhaps the nostrils, the chest, belly, rib cage. And wherever you most feel the breath, simply notice it. Notice the natural rhythm without trying to change it or to fix it. Allow it to be. Feel for the inhale, feel for the exhale. Notice if the breath feels smooth or choppy. You might feel for the tempo of the flow of breath. Any moments of pause or stillness in the breath cycle. And then perhaps simply notice how it feels to be still, observing the breath. And then take a moment or two and perhaps make any minor or big adjustment to the body so that you feel a little more open and spacious in the rib cage and in your lungs. Feel for a nicely aligned spine. Be able to relax the muscles supporting the spine. Feel for equal weight, rounded, left and right sides of your body. Feel for being held. That support beneath you, whether it's your couch, your bed, your yoga mat. And then just imagine the earth holding you steady. And as you take this support from the surface, the ground, the earth beneath you, Begin to gradually invite the breath deep into the belly, breathing through the nose if possible. Soft belly to breathe in. And feel for this natural sort of constriction of the belly as you exhale. So on the inhale, the belly rises, it lifts, it expands. And on the exhale, the belly draws back, slightly constricts, moving inward. Feel for the breath, movement of the belly as you breathe in and breathe out. And if it helps, you might take the palms of your hands, gently place hands on the belly. And feel for breathing into the palms of your hands, breathing in outward. And then as you exhale, feel for moving inward, away from the palms of the hands to the space within you. Continue breathing, slow, deep belly breaths, diaphragmatic breathing. In this practice, we begin to slow down the breath. We begin to breathe more fully into the bottom lobes, the base of the lungs. And we begin to shift the nervous system away from a state of doing, rushing, or feeling behind, or trying to catch up. We shift away from doing toward being present, being still. Continue slow, deep belly breaths. Feel free to take a pause or rest anytime you like, allowing natural breath to return, and then re-engaging slow, deep belly breaths. So even here with breathing, moments of pause, moments of rest. And then returning, feeling perhaps a little more focused, sensing a little more ease in the effort to breathe from the belly. And as you continue diaphragmatic breathing, you might add another layer to the breath. A slight constriction at the back of your throat. It's as if you are whispering with the breath. So we engage the whisper muscles at the back of the throat, providing another valve to the breath. So one valve being the nostrils, another being the back of the throat. And if you're having a little difficulty feeling for this or accessing the whisper muscles, what you might do, take one of your hands and take the palm of that hand right in front of your mouth and your nose, about 4 or 6 inches away. Taking a slow, deep breath through the nose from the belly. Then as you exhale, open the mouth and sigh it out from the whisper muscles. Again, a slow, deep belly breath. Exhaling through the mouth from the back of the throat. Another round, slow, deep belly breath, breathing in. Exhaling from the mouth through the back of the throat. You'll sense the constriction at the back of the throat, and then just see if you can maintain it as you breathe in. As you exhale, inhaling through the back of the throat from the belly. Exhaling. And then doing so with closed lips. You breathe in through the nose via the back of the throat, exhaling same way through the nose from the back of the throat. And then you will have found your whisper muscles at the back of the throat. We call this technique Ujjayi. Ujjayi. It's a Sanskrit term meaning victorious breath. It's allowing you to feel a little more control of the breath. Also creates a little bit of friction in the back of the throat, so it helps to warm up the breath. And the sound alone can sound like the ocean waves. People call it Darth Vader breath. Tends to be calming, soothing to the nervous system. So I think of it almost as like a kitty cat purring when I practice Ujjayi. So wherever you are now, perhaps it's natural restful breathing or belly breathing, or perhaps you've added Ujjayi. Continue for about 3 or 5 more rounds, wherever you are. Allowing yourself to choose a technique or rhythm that most resonates with you in this moment, with this next breath. Knowing that you can change, you can pivot, you can release the technique or techniques at any point in time. Allowing yourself full agency of your experience. Within the next breath or so, you might begin to release all technique. Let go of all the effort. And allow yourself to surrender to the residual effects of this breath practice. Allowing yourself the time, space to absorb and to notice and observe how well the practice has served you so far. So notice what you're feeling. Any shift from the moment we began to this moment now. Notice your physical body, what we call the mind body, so the mental and emotional layers of your being. Notice the energy body held by the breath. You might even begin to notice a moment or two of the wisdom body. A moment of reflection, truth, awareness. We'll finish breath work with one final short practice of extended exhalations. Breathing in through the nose from the belly. Exhale through your lips. Purse the lips, blow out the exhale gently. And then inhale through the nose for a count of 4. Stretch out the exhale from the lips for a count of 6. Breathe in through the nose to a count of 4. Exhale from the lips for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale to a count of 4. Exhale from the lips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 more rounds on your own. Breathing in. Count of 4. Exhaling through the lips for any count that feels just right. Allowing you the feeling of letting go, surrender into a state of rest, stillness, and contentment. After the third round, your final round, natural breath, allow it to return. Release, let go of all the effort. And now allow yourself the time, the space to truly just be present, taking in all of this experience, stillness, any feelings of restlessness, the sleepiness, the thoughts, sensations, even any noises around you. Allow it all to be a part of this experience. Allowing yourself the time, the space to be present with what is, nothing to change, nothing to fix, nothing to do. Unless, of course, at any point in time, there's an adjustment to make so that you feel a little more comfortable. Feel free to do so. Begin to feel for the places where your body meets the earth, the support beneath you, back of your head, your shoulders, your arms, back of the body, your pelvis, your legs, your feet. Feel the weight of the body. And know that in the moments that follow, there is no need to hold yourself up. Allow yourself to be held instead. Feel the breath moving you inward toward your inner sanctuary. Beginning to imagine or sense a place within you where you feel completely at ease. This might be a place you have visited before. Perhaps it's somewhere in nature, somewhere familiar to your heart. You can make this place up entirely from your imagination, whatever it might be. Notice, observe the quality of the light around you. Is it dark? Is there a morning sunrise? Notice colors and shapes, images. Notice the sounds that surround you as you rest in your inner sanctuary. Notice the temperature of the air. Is the air still? Is there a breeze? Does it feel cool or warm? Notice the feeling of the ground beneath you. Notice the surface that you are resting or perhaps sitting upon. And then gradually begin to shift away from what your inner sanctuary looks like and begin to take in how it feels. Place of support, a place of rest, perhaps a place of surrender, a place where you feel free to truly let go and let be. As we continue this practice of Yoga Nidra, allow yourself to rest energetically, mentally, emotionally, within the space of your inner sanctuary. As you take in the essence of your inner sanctuary, there's an invitation to create an intention for your practice. Take a moment to listen from within. And then allow yourself, based on what you notice, what you feel, what you hear, allow yourself to create a statement of truth, positive statement of truth that captures your intention. Might be something like, I trust myself to know when to persevere, when to rest, and when to surrender. I trust the flow of life. I deserve to rest my body. Whatever your intention might be, repeat it to yourself or out loud at least 3 times. And then allow your intention, the words of your intention, to sink inward through the breath. Breathe it in and let it go. There is no need to know the answer right now. Simply trusting the journey that now lies ahead. Take the time to journey into the body, bringing awareness, your awareness, throughout the body, your body. And with each point of awareness, I'll draw the map for you. Invite a subtle sense of softening, releasing, perhaps even the feeling of letting go or surrender. So nothing to force in this practice. Truly is a practice to observe, to become aware, to notice and to feel, and then to let go. So you'll notice that we move through the body fairly quickly. So it's just this light yet deep touch of awareness. Feel for the whole body, beginning to sense whole body breathing. Breath is natural, restful, no need to breathe in any particular way. Bring your awareness to the right side of the body. Begin to sense right side of the body breathing. Bring your awareness to the palm of your right hand. Palm of the right hand, sense the breath. And now moving to the tip of the right thumb, notice the breath. So for letting go. Right index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and the right pinky, back of your right hand, the right wrist, the whole right arm, elbow, shoulder, right shoulder blade, collarbone, and the space between the two. Right side of the rib cage, lung, heart space, right side waist, low belly, low back, and the space between the two. Right hip, and the whole right leg, knee, ankle, top of the right foot, sole of the right foot, right big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth. Feel for the entire right side of the body. Aware of the right side body, breathing the breath. Feeling for releasing. Letting go. Resting. The right side of the body. Awareness moving into left side of the body. Left side of the body, become aware of the breath in the left side of your body. Breath is natural, restful. Sense the breath in the palm of your left hand. Tip of the left thumb. Index finger, middle finger, ring finger, left pinky, the back of your left hand, left wrist, and the whole left arm, elbow, left shoulder blade, collarbone, and the space between the two. Left side of the rib cage, your left lung, left side of heart space, left side waist, and the low belly, low back, space between the two. Left hip, and the whole left leg, knee, ankle, top of the left foot, sole of the left foot, and the left big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth. Feel for the entire left side of your body, breathing each breath, left side of the body, letting go, surrendering, resting, left side of the body. Feel your awareness moving toward back of the body, beginning to feel back of the body, breathing, sensing the breath in the back of the body. Awareness beginning at the bottoms of your feet, moving upward to the heels and the back of your legs, back of the knees, upper back thighs, tip of the tailbone, center of low back, the back of your hips, the entire back side of the spine, rib cage, lungs, heart space, back of the shoulders and the arms, elbows, wrists, the back of your hands, and the fingers. Feel for the skin on the back of your neck, and the base of your skull, back of the head, from the crown of your head to your fingertips, to your toes. Feel for the entire backside of the body. Breathing, letting go, surrendering, resting the entire backside of the body. Bring your awareness to the front of the body. Begin to feel, observe, sense the front side of the body. Now breathing each breath. Feel for the center of your forehead and space between your eyebrows, temples, cheekbones, upper jaw, and the lower jaw, and the space between the two. Skin on the front of your neck, space between the collarbones, front side of the rib cage, lungs, heart space, front of the shoulders, inner arms, inner elbows and wrists, palms of your hands, fingertips. Sense the navel center, space above, deep low belly, breathing the breath. Front of the hips, front side of your legs, your kneecaps, shins, ankles, tops of your feet, from the tips of your toes to your fingertips to the crown of your head. Feel for the entire front side of the body, breathing each breath, releasing, letting go, surrendering, resting the entire front side of the body. Allow awareness, your awareness, to expand, sensing the whole body as you sense all sides of the body, merging, integrating as one whole body, breathing each breath. Notice the space within you, the outer confines of the physical body. Sense the infinite amount of space opening up within you and the energetic space expanding beyond you. Whole body breathing each breath, softening, releasing, letting go, resting, whole body, allowing for state of integration, wholeness, and contentment. From this state of being, simply sense the breath. The inhale, the exhale. Notice what each breath has to offer to this experience. The inhale, receiving. The exhale, releasing. Feel the entire body resting. Entire body supported. And then begin to feel from within you emotions, sensations in the body. And notice what you feel when you bring to mind or become aware of the feeling of defeat. Notice the feeling within you attached to whatever story sensing the feeling of defeat within the body, perhaps heaviness or disappointment. Notice the feeling of defeat, letting go of the story. Where does this feeling live within your body? And then awaken, allow yourself to feel the opposite, the feeling of triumph. Perhaps recalling an experience, accomplishing something difficult, letting go of the story, but simply feeling triumph in the body. Rising to meet a challenge, discovering your own strength. Notice where this feeling of triumph lives in your body. And then allow yourself to move between these two sensations, defeat and triumph, triumph and defeat, sensing both as either or, sensing both as one continuous spectrum of sensation in your body, sensing both until both dissolve. And then become aware of the feeling of giving up. The feeling of giving up, your experience of this feeling within your body, this sense that you simply cannot continue right now. Notice this feeling within you. And perhaps notice that even within this feeling, there is a need for rest. Feel the possibility of resting within this experience of giving up. And then allow yourself to move towards the feeling, the experience of surrender. A conscious state of unclenching, of allowing, an opening, a release that comes as you recognize, I no longer need to fight this. Surrender. And then allow yourself to feel both the experience of giving up, the experience of surrender. Noticing both, either or, and then allowing your awareness to expand, holding space for both possibilities, giving up and surrender. And then release both. Allow both sensations to dissolve. And then simply allow your awareness to hold space for the feeling of contentment in your body, the feeling of contentment, being at ease. Notice how you experience contentment in your body and where this feeling might live. This feeling of simply being okay. Nothing needs to change. The moment is enough. And allow yourself to rest in this feeling of contentment. As your body and mind become quiet, surrendering into this feeling of contentment, begin to imagine yourself standing at the edge of a gently moving river. Notice the landscape around you, the feeling of the earth beneath your feet. You can hear the sound of the water moving over stones and rocks. You feel the steady rhythm of the current. You find yourself stepping into the water. And at first, you find yourself resisting the current, which is getting stronger moment by moment. So you plant your feet firmly into the riverbed, bracing your body, working to stay exactly where you are. Notice the effort it takes to resist something that is already moving, wanting something to be different than it is, trying harder, holding tighter, pushing against the current of the river. You notice the feeling of struggle and you become tired. And you become aware of the need to stop fighting the river flow. So you allow yourself to rest, resting, understanding that the journey is not over, pausing, resting without knowing what comes next. You feel yourself beginning to soften your body. Release some tension in your legs, your feet, your belly, and the heart space. And you begin to allow the flow of the water to support the body, holding the weight of your body. And you begin to find yourself floating on the river, floating on the back of the body, now allowing the river to hold your body in its steady rhythmic current. Sky above, the water beneath you, and the breath within. And you notice how little effort is required to float when you stop fighting the flow of the river. You allow yourself to be carried, knowing that you have no idea where you are going. You surrender, you trust, and you simply allow yourself the moment to float, to rest, to receive, and to be guided. With this, the river gradually slows, and the current carries you toward a wide, peaceful pool, and the water becomes completely still. And here you are resting, supported, content, taking in the warmth from the sun above, the vast blue sky, and the clearing of the clouds. Allow yourself to rest and to float, held in stillness. As you feel ready, take the time to return to your intention, your statement of truth. Feel for it, and then speak it again, either out loud or from within. And notice how your intention, how it resonates with you now, in this moment, and with this breath. Take some time, breathe it in, and then let it go. Now trusting, surrendering to the flow of life that lies ahead. Feel for resting your body. Feel for whole body breathing each breath. And then when it feels just right for you, allow for slow, deep belly breath. Breathing in, taking in all of this experience. And then exhaling out through the mouth, nose, or lips, letting it go. The practice has served its purpose. If you would like to rest longer, of course, feel free to do so. When it's time for you, just bring some movement into your body, wiggle fingertips, your toes. Perhaps take a moment of gratitude, thanking yourself for showing up and for trusting this practice and for allowing me to be your guide. From my heart to yours, thank you everyone so much for showing up and for being present with me on this journey. Have a good night, a wonderful night of sleep, and I hope everybody has a good week ahead. Namaste. I'll see you next week, next Monday, for another practice of breathwork and yoga nidra. Good night, everyone.